Hello, I'm Delusion Dispeller, and I've been asked to make a video regarding my feelings about a man named Marc Emery, otherwise known as the Prince of Pot. Yes, he is from Canada and apparently has been selling, producing, providing pot, marijuana, to the many citizens of Canada for various reasons, medicinal and recreational and otherwise, and wanted to make it legalized and stop the penalties for people using it. I have lots of different feelings on this. I'm going to share a couple of them, but my main reason for making this video, in response to the person that requested it, was to talk about why I see certain narcissistic traits in Mr. Emery. Through watching his videos and doing some research, I've also come to the conclusion that there are some histrionic traits in Mr. Emery. So I'll talk a little bit about what the things are that I see. I'm not going to specifically go over each trait of narcissism or each trait of histrionic personality disorder. I'm just going to touch on the main reasons why I see these traits in this man. Okay. First of all, I want to do a shout out. Shout out to my newcomers, new subscribers: Mike, Emerald Eyes, Jim, Ari, Jessica Lynn, Barry Hun, Michael Mazer, Shah, Melanie, and Sai. Welcome, welcome, welcome to my channel. I was so excited to see that you came on and decided to subscribe and join us. Please send me your comments, your questions at delutiondispeller@gmail.com, or leave them right below the video, in the little comment section. I love to hear comments and questions and concerns from everybody. Alright, let's get on with the video right away here. First of all, I want to say that I admire almost anyone who stands up for what they believe in, within reason. There's some moral beliefs that I have that I would not applaud someone standing up against or violating those legally or otherwise. My own personal beliefs. I am not sure if Marc Emery became self-centered, histrionic, and narcissistic as a result of his smoking marijuana, or if he always was that way from the time he was quite young. I haven't studied extensively on the man's life. It's probably something I would do some research about to find out what was this man like as a child. How was he raised? Why did he turn out with such a strong attitude against authority and this desire to be seen so clearly and heard so loudly, in spite of the fact that he's being very disruptive in many ways? Personally, I do agree that marijuana is not as harmful as alcohol or other drugs, as long as it's used, within a normal amount. If there isn't a normal amount of marijuana, I don't know. And I'm talking about medicinally. Though marijuana can be as annoying to those on the receiving end of having to put up with those getting high on it, I still think there are other things that are more harmful, such as alcohol and drugs. I do agree that marijuana can be used for medicinal use, like in Crohn's disease, cancer, and other chronic disorders, to alleviate pain, mood problems, etc. It is an herb, and it could be regulated by a doctor or medical system to an extent to help people that are suffering. I don't have a problem with it for that. What I do not agree with is the use of it for purely recreational purposes, any more than I believe it should be legal for someone to get drunk just because it's a party night or because they feel like they have to escape. For relaxation or medicinal purposes, drugs and alcohol can be used. These are my personal beliefs, not everyone else's, and I feel very strong about my stand in them. So, you can flame me, you can criticize me, you can say I'm a nut. Please don't be crass with your language, don't use the F word and all that stuff. But honestly, you can agree to disagree. I don't have a problem with it. That's just my personal and my spiritual belief, is that alcohol and those things can be used in moderation and under a doctor's regulation, or even to just relax, or for a stomach problem you can use wine, believe it or not. I don't believe in it for recreational use. I'm not into the kids going out and partying, or even the adults going out after work for a drink. If it leads to drunkenness, I don't agree with it, but that's me. Alright, stay tuned. I will talk more about the narcissistic and histrionic traits I see in Marc Emery. Stay tuned. Eyes wide open, moving forward.